What's up, you guys? Ninjaman is back in another video. Today, I'm making a Draw My Life. I need to get track with all the YouTubers out there. So yeah, subscribe and I'll be happy and like. So let's get on to this. I might run out of paper. So first off, when I was born, I had a very beautiful mom. And I have no good memories when I was a child. Some memories, like when I was like a baby. Like some. But that was it. Like, there's not too many. So when I was first born, we never had a too good place. Our place was messy, and yeah. Now, I usually have deja vu sometimes, and I think I started having deja vu when I was like 6 years old, or 7. I don't know, it randomly came to me. I could see the future and stuff, but we had a pretty bad place. So, my old room had 2 beds. Sometimes my brother Isaac would go in there and play, and so my crib is not so good. But, like, I had a little crib, and then the big bed I wasn't, like, really liking. So I always, like, go in bed with my mom. I never sleep in here. Only a couple of times. Like, sometimes when people are over, and there I am. Born in the same exact hair that I usually have. So, when I was like 6, or 5 or 4, I actually got a phone that my dad gave me. So, that was amazing. I loved Dad. Because he gave me that phone, like, I don't think many kids, like many 4-year-olds say. But I was not a cringy person. But I love to play Plants vs. Zombies. Of course, everybody would rage, but I don't really rage a lot on there until I got to like the water, because like the water ocean stuff was so hard. I had to cut there because I ran out of paper. But so yeah, my parents got in a lot of fights, like a couple of days actually. We were so scared. Like, we got scared hardcore. Like, my brother Isaac was crying. Julian, I don't know what he was doing at that time. So one day, like, it was, or night, because I was about to write, but I was like, oh, it's not writing time. So I was watching TV, right? And so, yeah, it was pretty good. Like, I was just watching, and there's my couches. So it was very nice, and it was okay, and it was like a very perfect night. So I was right there just watching TV, loving it. It looks so big. So when I was watching TV, my mom has been drinking like a lot of beers that time, and I was like, whoa. I checked in there and see what's happening. There was like maybe 20, I don't know, but it looked like there was. So yeah, maybe it was 20, but she yelled loud, and neighbors could have heard it probably. So she was mad for some reason. She was sitting in the bathroom in her room, and so like 20, maybe. Yeah, like maybe, because I don't know. There was so many beers at that time. So I was gonna go to sleep, and people are saying that like she accidentally took a little bit of too much pills and then died by accident while I was sleeping. So like it was pretty sad. I was sleeping my mind off. So I was like waking up at that point, and I heard crying, and I was very scared. So there's a big bed, and I was sleeping in it, like snoring away. And when I woke up, I was very surprised. I didn't know what was happening, and I was scared. I never saw my dad cry before, and it was scary. I never known what was happening. I never saw a cop at our house. I never known. When the cop told me, was there anything happening? Did you know anything? I got scared, so I had to tell the cop. I just heard screaming, and that was from my mom. And it was because she was loud. Now, she passed away. And if you don't know by she, it was my mom. Sadly, she got probably beer poisoning or accidentally having too many pills by accident. Alright, by accident. So, I woke up my brothers and they're all scared too with all the yelling. I had to tell them every single thing, what was happening. And they were not happy. I don't know if they didn't believe me or anything because it was a long time ago. But everything went deaf for me and like I couldn't hear. And my brothers were in there just in there. And they were scared too, like me. And we didn't know what was happening. They were trying not to cry for some reason. They just wanted to be like a cool kid. And we were all scared. We didn't know what was actually happening. And so, like, we didn't know where we were going to go. So we went to our cousin's house just to stay there. We had no other place to go. We could have went to our, like, my nana and grandpa's, but that was sooner or later. So their house was, like, beautiful. And so, like, we had to live into my nana's and grandpa's because, like, we had enough time and so we could live there. And we lived there for a bunch of years, and yeah, and that's when I became a YouTuber. And that's when everything went right for me.